This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Let's talk about red flags because there's been a debate online about this one. And to the person who wrote this article on the Daily Mail, I just thought I'd ask you to think about your wording. I'll just read this bit. The post sparked mixed reactions, with some reckoning photos should be deleted. Reckoning. Wow. Good luck.
Yeah, that's right.
Reckoning.
That's correct.
Terrible English.
Is it?
Yes. Terrible Chrissy Swan.
Oh, reckoning, yeah. Okay, I thought. Well, reckoning is it's a day of reckoning.
Day
isn't it?
of
I
reckoning,
thought it was
that's-
if it was in a if a relationship
movie
fail,
title.
you would think that it could be the ex's day of reckoning.
Well, this is talking about all those great fun photos we have in our photo reel, but maybe also on social media of past lovers, and the debate of whether you should delete all those photos when you have a new partner. Discuss. It's an interesting one because, I mean, this expert's come out and said, what about the 90-10 rule where you delete about 90% and keep 10 just because it seems strange to remove an entire past?
What about you delete none
I
and
agree.
you grow up
I
and
couldn't agree
realise
more.
that your current boyfriend or girlfriend isn't the first person you've ever known?
Yeah, amazing
I
stories.
have zero tolerance
Yep.
for that.
Agreed.
And that is a red flag. If anyone ever said to me, you can't speak to your... I've got my very first, love, my first boyfriend
Darren.
that I was with for 8 years, Lee.
What mental
He lives
institution is he in now? Where is he
Say that
now,
again?
Chrissy? What mental institution is he in now?
Excuse me, it is a prison. It is
And he'll be
not.
out. He'll be out.
And then he's slowly digging when the guards aren't looking, all right?
And is he, so you're still in contact with him? Is he a friend of yours?
I talk to him all the time. He's one of my favourite human beings because we
Shared.
spent 8 years together from the age of 20 to 28. Massive time in our lives.
Can I ask this question?
And if somebody ever said to me, you can't be friends with him, it just wouldn't be a choice.
No.
I would just be like, well, you're...
And it doesn't make sense.
Goodbye.
Swanee, do you talk about old times? Do you talk about
yeah, I would
things
say
that happened
so.
back then? And do you have private jokes? Do they still exist?
I mean, probably, yeah. He's
Yeah.
like my brother.
Okay.
Did
He's
you?
like my brother. I mean, we were
can
kids.
Can I ask a very personal question?
Please,
was
mate.
he your first, Swanee?
Interesting.
Yes.
Because I think that adds that there's even more connection there.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Because
But
that's a shared
yeah,
experience
I
again.
just don't, and I'm not a jealous person, and I can't know people that are.
Okay. What should you do? Do you have to delete those photos, or can you let them sit there and tell the other person just to get over it? Claire in Ryde, what are you thinking?
Hi. Well, I would say one of the biggest red flags that I've encountered would be just slow texting and just the really long replies, the really just how almost they're ghosting you, yet you're
Yeah.
holding on to dear life for the relationship. You're sitting there going,
What if
do
one
you like
person?
me? Do you not?
Right, if
And
one
then they-
person's giving too much more than the other person, you mean?
Yeah, but then they can turn around to you and be like, no, it's all good. No, I'm just out with the boys.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, when you look back over a chain of text and you see only one colour, always interesting.
Yeah.
That's slightly concerning.
Yeah.
Thank you, Claire. Would you be okay with, if you met somebody and they had photos of their ex?
On their phone or Instagram?
No, maybe on Insta, so it's public.
You know what? I'm if they were just following them, that's fine. I don't mind. If it was an okay thing, they didn't break up bad, that's
Sure.
fine.
Thank you, Claire.
Yeah.
Swanee, a friend of mine, I mean, he's an older guy. He has got a photo on his mantelpiece. His right arm is over his previous wife, and his left arm is over his current wife. And they're all wearing cable knit jumpers, white cable knit jumpers.
I
And
wouldn't
are they
have
all
picked
friends?
that.
Are they
And
all
is-
friends?
I believe so.
Is there also a painting of the grandfather up on the wall that made the family the
It's
money?
hard to say, mate. Rebecca in Springwood, hello.
did the eyes of that portrait follow you around the
Everywhere.
room?
They actually come out of the picture and will follow you down the street.
Sorry, Beck.
Beck, do you think they should be able to hold on to the photos? Do you think that's fine?
Yeah, I think it's
totally fine. You should be able to hold on to them. Probably just don't want to be looking at them all the time, but you don't want to delete your past and your history.
Do you know what? Can I ask this, Beck? Have you ever been in a situation where you're telling a story about something and your partner is there, but then you realise that it wasn't them you did it with? I've done that before.
I don't know about that one. I've been with my partner too long now, but yeah, no, not that one.
I was sitting there at a family dinner telling a story about when Lisa and I did this, and Mum's looking at me in a weird way. And I'm thinking, what are you looking at? And she's doing the old cut across the throat.
Yeah.
And she's mouthing to me, it wasn't Lisa.
Oh no! It was Lisa's roast lamb. It was off.
No, it wasn't the food. It had nothing to do with the cooking. It was just I had the wrong person. It was a really great moment for everyone.
Fits in Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.